focus on what it is that these guys are not happy about. What is it that that drives you to want to protest before you work, before our games? What is it that we can do to help bring about change? They haven't done that. All they've done is order these guys around like they're slaves, like they're cattle.
Yep.
And that's why you have people like Michael Wilbon and Al Sharpton and basically a whole lot of, people in the media that see what's going on say that it's a plantation mentality. And you can't tell these folks, look, either you stand or I'm going to fire you or you're not going to play. I think the Dallas Cowboys and a lot of teams around the league, in particular the Cowboys, though, have a unique opportunity to show who really has the power.
Who got the power,
and I think
right?
what could happen. Yes. The NFL is 70% black.
Yeah.
All the black players have to do is is take a knee. Take a knee, like Ryan Stewart said on the show today. Take a knee. Don't have this will be tremendously embarrassing if every black player stands up on Sunday. And when the Cowboys play, if they all stand. It'll be, and the reason I say that is because they're being tried.
Yep.
When somebody tests your manhood, they're testing their manhood. And if they fold like sheep, then they'll never get respect from those in positions of power.
That's true.
These players, Kysii, all they have to do collectively, you can't have weak links. You might have a guy here or there, but you got to be strong as a group and make a stand. And if that means that it shuts the league down, then it shuts the league down.
Right.
That's all. I'm not going to mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to bring these guys are serious about what they're saying. They want attention. They want to have dialogue. They want to have conversations as to why we're going to jail at alarming rates, why we tend to get shot for, driving offenses, and white folks can basically fight the cops, and somehow they find the inner strength to refrain from shooting them.
Right.
Yet, when we go through the exact same things, I feared for my life. Something doesn't compute.
It doesn't. And there's videos all day with white folks revolting, running. Man, I seen one today. It was a girl, I think, and she might have jumped out of she got out of her handcuffs, jumped out the back of the car, jumped in the front of the car, got in the car and actually stole a police car. You know what I'm saying? She got out with no problems, man. It's like, this thing is out of control. She might have tried to run one over. I don't know. I mean, we would have had bullets fired up in us, like, bow, 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 bow. It would have been over.
The white privilege is getting out of control. I saw there was a situation there in Atlanta at a Houston's restaurant. You heard about that?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah. I saw that story.
Another topic. All right, so let me explain to people because they haven't heard the Houston situation. So there was a group of folks that went to Houston's. It was a party of 7. I can't remember the young lady what she did, but I don't know if she was in marketing or whatever. But she had a party of 7 who went to Houston's. Houston said, we cannot accommodate 7 people. She said, okay, no problem. So I'm going to bust it down to 4 and 3. They was like, we still cannot accommodate your party. Like, what? Let me see a manager. Manager comes out. Sorry, we cannot accommodate you. You still got 7 people. Like, I just broke the party down to 4 at one table, 3 at another. It's not 7 people now. Sorry, we cannot do anything. So that's one example. They actually looked around the restaurant. She took pictures, documented pictures where she saw other groups of people that had 7 people more than were groups of white folks that were sitting comfortably in Houston, laughing and drinking and all that other stuff that they do in the Houstons. But it makes no sense how the treatment was. So therefore you had a couple rappers who have magnified some of the issues at Houston's, because this isn't the first incident. There's been several incidents. I think they said now it's 4 documented incidents with different Houstons around the city where this had occurred. So T.I. was one that actually was out front in the protest. So they decided to go ahead and let's go ahead and go to the Houston across from Lenox Mall. Let's hit that parking lot and let's go ahead and revolt. You know what I mean? That's what happened. But it happens all day, like you said, white privilege. It's amazing and all it is stereotypical. You probably see a group of black folks. Dude might have dreads. Dude might have braids. Dude might have afro or whatever the kid's wearing right now. They call it the Duke Starting 5, whatever. Some type of stereotypical haircut that people will assume that you ain't up to no good, and you could be a college student from Morehouse or Clark Atlanta or wherever. You know what I mean? But they make these assumptions. These things happen all day. And it's crazy. I don't know if I know you have a multitude of friends on Facebook. Do you get into arguments with folks all the time? I know I do, weekly, because especially I'm talking about folks on the other side. Right. They do not see. It's like a whole nother perspective. Everything is all where they were in the wrong. You should have listened to the cops. You shouldn't have been resisting. You shouldn't have tried to run. You shouldn't have did this. You know what I mean? I saw a man get arrested. He had no guns or nothing on him. He took off running. And they just bucked him. Now, pop, pop. He had no gun.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Tackled him.
That happened in Utah.
It was Utah. It was a brother, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Out of control.
It is out of control. And I don't know if you saw the video from the protest that they had in front of the Houston's restaurant, where T.I. was there and Pat was there and few love and hip hop people, whatever, but mostly a majority of ATL citizens. Right. And then you had these elderly white women came there, and they started saying, "Go Trump." You know,
who got nothing Trump. To do with this shit, right?
It has nothing to do with it, but the name of Trump is now used as a weapon by racist white people. Yeah, but we got a president. The White House is one of us.
Yes.
You know, so it's a huge fight for these NFL. This is why it's important for these guys to kneel, because if they don't kneel, they're gonna look weak. They're gonna look weak. And these owners already have a plantation mentality, and we're telling people that we're not our great forefathers who sang "We shall overcome" and "Kumbaya" and all that other bullshit. You know, we're saying we're not one of them. So we need to show them.
Let me ask you this, man. The message has got a little convoluted here because, all right, we were boycotting the NFL. We're going to boycott the NFL. They ain't giving our boy Cap any kind of love out here with any of these teams. So we initially said we're going to boycott. All right, that was us. Now, with the protests in the NFL going like it is and people kneeling, now you got Trump. Oh, man, we're going to boycott the NFL. You got these other white folks canceling their packages, their Dish Network. The satellite packages and everything. Oh, man, I don't watch football anymore. So now they're boycotting it as well. I don't want to boycott no more because I want to boycott for my purposes, but I want to boycott for them purposes. So it's like now the NFL suffers on both ends of it, which hell may be good. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but I don't want to feed the other side. But in a way,
no. But I think it's imperative. It's imperative that these guys show these millionaire owners that their lives matter, because the people that are being oppressed, the people that can't get jobs, the people that are being discriminated against, and the people that are being shot and killed by the police are people that look like these players, and probably some of their relatives and brothers and sisters and moms and dads. And we're trying to change all of that. Right. And they don't even want to have a conversation. They're making this about the flag. They know it's not about the flag, but they're trying to hijack the conversation and make it into something else. So what these players need to do is take a knee, let Jerry Jones and every other, and Stephen Ross and all these other owners and Roger Goodell know we'll stand for the anthem when you guys start addressing what's going on in our situation, because you have no idea. You know, and until that happens, you take a knee. And if they decide that they don't want to play you guys, and they're going to go back to '87 and bring in the scabs, remember the scabs?
Yep, I remember that.
The replacement players, then let them. Then let them, because some things are more important, which is the lives of our people, man. We just can't keep taking crap anymore. They couldn't do this to the Jews. They couldn't do this to the Hispanics. They wouldn't allow it.
They wouldn't. Now
they wouldn't allow it.
The other thing is because it can actually go bigger. Because, like I said, my subject was you have bowed. So basically, you bowed at the knee. Now, what? What's next? So what I mean by that is, okay, you've made a stand here. Where's this dialogue? Where are the issues being addressed? And this is where I think, and it starts, just like you said, it starts with that. It starts with the conversation. It starts with the NFL owners actually paying attention. But also, we need some organizations. I don't know if it's the National Players Association or Black Players Association or whatever, to have conversation with the communities.
Right. And, you know, we had Kenny Stills down here in Miami, wide receiver for the Dolphins.
Right.
Lead some of that yesterday. Was riding around with the cops, met with the cops in North Miami. You know, and they tried to bridge the gap, bridge the communications between the police and the inner cities. And all over the country, these things need to happen. And like Shannon Sharp said earlier today, the same vigor, the same determination that these owners fight for when they want to bring the Super Bowl to their city. We need them to have that same energy when they go into our communities to try to find out what is it, why are black people being shot at an alarming rate when compared to everybody else? Why are they being singled out? Why are they not being treated fairly?
Right.
The league could do that and intercede on behalf of the players. Who's more powerful in the NFL? Who's more influential in the NFL?
Yep.
I mean, and that's why people are saying that Donald Trump is being divisive, because he never thought, he never for 1 second said, "Hey, let's talk about why these guys are upset." He, fire them sons of bitches.
Yep.
And he just pouring flame on a fire.
Right.
And that's all he does.
That's all he does.
He's pouring gasoline on flame on a fire. You know what I meant?
Right.
I said flame on a fire. That made no sense. But pouring gasoline on a fire. That makes no sense to do that. So these people, they need to come to common ground. And then Jerry Jones tried to pull the fast one on the players, and then come with this hardline stance. They need to show them if we sit. If we don't play, there is no game. There is no NFL.
And if he go get some scabs, I doubt it. He's going to be like, okay, fellas, all right, what do y'all want? You know what I mean? It's going to have to be a dialogue because he don't want to just toss this whole season to the toilet. He's going to have
I would be disappointed, man, if these guys stood up and not showed, a little bit of backbone. They won't be able to say jack. If they don't, whatever happens to them, happens to them. Because this is an opportunity to make a tremendous statement. And if you shut down the NFL, you've really got their attention. Because what do those 32 owners have in common, man? They can't stand when you mess with their bottom line. What's their bottom line? Green.
Yep, they're green.
You know what I'm saying? It's green. They need their money. That's why they want these guys to stand up. But if you refuse to stand up, you're still affecting their bottom line.
Yep.
So don't worry about your pocket. They can't make money unless you make money.
That's
what
true.
A great position to be in. They can't make money unless you make money.
You make money.
And you make money by playing.
That's the bottom line.
If I was Jerry Jones, if I was the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, and I really cared about my players, I really cared about the black guys on my team, I would go to the city council, I would go to the mayor's office, I would go to the district attorney. I would go to these people and have conversations with them on behalf